Hello, everyone, and welcome to week two of EDUC 407. We're going to go over the week two assignments. Again, you can get started with them already, and I think some of you guys have. If you notice, I'm not in the room that I did my first video on. I'm actually in Sacramento for the We the People competition, the state finals. So I'm doing this on our break. So bear with me. Again, if you do have any questions on anything, feel free to ask. Our week two assignments are such. We want to get these done by Sunday, February 12th. I know that's the Super Bowl. If you get them done on Monday, no worries. Or if you get them done early, great. Just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. Also, if you do need any assistance, I will send out a Zoom link for Thursday, February 9th, 5 to 5:30 or 6, depending on how many people are on. If anybody comes on, you are not required to come on during that time. But if it helps you out, hey, I'm there for you. That's my job. Okay. So we have really like 5 assignments, but more like 4 because one of them is just looking at stuff. You have the ISTE Empowered Learner. Now, those are the videos and reflections that you have to do. You have the Flipped Classroom and Blended Learning videos and reflections. The Empowering Students Through Choice is a presentation I want you to look at, kind of explore, just kind of take your time through it. Some stuff you might know, some stuff might interest you, especially as you start getting into the classroom. And then our 2 major assignments this week is screencasting a mini lesson and then doing a Google Form quiz for that mini lesson. So let me get into into Blackboard and show you what everything looks like in case you just need to see it. Okay, so we should be in Blackboard right here. Obviously, I'm making the video right now, so this video will show up there as soon as I'm done and I render it and take care of everything. The first thing is the ISTE Empowered Learner. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're looking at this. You're going to watch 3 videos: Empower Learner 1A, Learning Goals; Empower Learning 1B, Customized Learning Environments; and Empower Learner 1C, Feedback to Improve Practice. Okay, so you want to watch all 3 of those videos. And then back here at the top, this is where it says notes on videos. Write at least 2 ideas from each video, and then type your ideas either in the right submission box, upload a file. It could be a Word file, it could be a PDF, or you can just take a picture of your notes, handwritten notes, as long as I can read it, and you post it there. So again, these videos should not take you a long time to watch. Just give me 2 ideas from each video that kind of strike you as important. Coming back, that was the first assignment. Our second assignment deals with the flipped classroom and blended learning. The module, the assignments in here are right there inside this folder. Kind of goes over what the flipped classroom is. We kind of talked about that a little bit in class. There's a couple videos, Flipped Class, Rethinking Space and Time, and which tech tools are right for you. Watch those videos. Look at that infographic. You're more than welcome to look at other things. I talk about the flipped classroom. And then you have a video of what the flipped classroom looks like. Now, again, this is an older video, so obviously 10 years later, this was actually done in 2013. Things look a little bit different now, but what it kind of looks like inside the classroom of a flipped classroom. Then what you need to do, your first assignment for this part is your flipped classroom scenarios. When could a flipped classroom be used in these instances, a 5th grade classroom and 10th grade workshop? Make sure you give me a couple things that you could do with it. Now, again, what you think of may not be what I think of. So I'm actually looking to learn from you guys because I used the flipped classroom before, so I have some ideas, but would really love to see what you guys come up with. And believe it or not, that's how we all learn as educators. We learn from other educators. The second part is to go into the blended learning. Okay, blended learning is similar to the flipped classroom, but not quite. A lot of times you have some people that are online working on some things. You might be doing differentiated instruction or remediation, small groups, interventions, all within the same class because not everybody's at the same spot. So there's an infographic right there. Blended learning, making it work in your classroom is a video. What blended learning looks like in the classroom. Again, it's an older video, but a lot of the same strategies are still used today. You will have an assignment right down here where it says blended classroom scenarios. So how would it work in a 7th grade math class? How might you use it in a 12th grade English class? Okay. And again, 5 to 7 bullets. And I'm not saying you have to go really into detail with it. Just kind of give me some ideas. Where might it be used? Our last assignment for this particular section is the flip versus blended. Find an article for flipped classrooms online. find it from blended classrooms. It could be like Edutopia, EduWeek, any place that talks about it, and especially stuff that's more recent, especially with COVID, and post a quote from each article. Discuss which format you think would be better when you're in the classroom, and it's on the Slack thread, hashtag flipped or blended. I just opened that hashtag up today. Today's Saturday the 4th. I forgot to do it, on Thursday. I made sure to do that. So if you weren't seeing it, it's there now. So just want to make sure you do that. So that is the second assignment. Come back up here to the top. And now we're going to look at the third assignment, empowering students through choice. When you click on that link, a presentation is going to appear. It's just going to talk about the different ways that you can give students choice in how they show you their learning. Again, we're used to saying, hey, turn in a piece of paper, show us your work, but not everybody learns the same way. So these are some different ways of looking at having students show that they are understanding things, but maybe not in the traditional sense. And for some of you guys, that might be something you might consider when you're in the classroom. So go through that. You do not have to turn anything in for that. So you're not getting graded on that. I just want you to get kind of a look at it, because when we talk about it later on in a couple weeks, at least you've seen it, so then it'll help you then. The next part are screencasting materials. Okay, because you're going to be doing a screencast of a video lesson, you definitely want to kind of go through these. 7 things to know about screencasting. Depending on what type of browser you use and what type of device, Screencastify might be good for you. Go Video is another one. Loom, which is what I'm doing. This is how I'm making the video for you guys right now. I'm using Loom. It's a Chrome extension, and it just basically uses your cam, on your laptop or on your computer, and records it, and you can download it as an MP4. The one that is really important to see is the creating a YouTube channel with a Laverne account. Please make sure you create a YouTube channel, because your assignment for the screencast has to go through YouTube. We want to get used to that, because then you start making a repository of different videos that you might be able to use still in your classroom once you're done with Laverne. Okay, so you don't want to make something and then maybe you think, I want to use it later on. You want to definitely have that. And then lastly, this last one, and this is up to you. Some people use Google Slides to set things up and then do the recording. Other people might use PowerPoint. When I'm been 23 years in education, Google Slides didn't appear to the last 5 to 10 years, so I use PowerPoint. And there's a way now on PowerPoint where you can record your lesson, your screencast, and be able to do it. So let's look at the actual assignment. And this is the fourth one right here. Screencast a mini lesson. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a short mini lesson. When I say short, no more than like 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. And trust me, if you put it like 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and you think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get marked down for it. If you do what you have to do, 4 minutes, 30 seconds is fine. Okay. Now, if you do a 1 minute lesson, that's a little bit too short. But somewhere around 5 to 7 minutes, again, I don't want you talking for too long, 5 to 7 minutes. You need to make sure you have your camera on. So you see right now, you can see all this right here behind me. You can see my face. That screencast is important. It's not just recording your voice, but it's also recording your face. Because if you're going to teach something to someone online, they should see your face for the enunciation, for your, just the way you do things. Okay. So if they're in your classroom, but they're at home, they kind of get the same feel as if they were in the class at the same time. Make sure once you finish the recording, post it to YouTube. You don't have to share it with everybody else unless you really want to. But the big thing is to get the link. So that way, not only do you have the video, but you have the link to the video. So that way you could share with me, because we can't share really large files. Video files tend to be really large. So it's a lot easier if you're able to put them on YouTube, because that link doesn't allow me to have to download anything, or anybody else for that matter. Make sure that screencast has your video in there. Okay. Again, I'm not worried about perfect. Please, you're just picking any topic. It could be adding 2-digit numbers. It could be, what are pronouns? It could be something simple. You don't have to go really complicated. You don't have to do too much. Just something simple, just to kind of get used to how to do it. Okay. And if it's your first time ever doing something like that, hey, I completely understand. I'm not grading on the content. I want you to use the technology. That's the big thing. Okay. Once you finish it and you go on YouTube and you've taken care of that, make sure you put the YouTube link in the right submission box in here. And then when I click on it, I should be able to click on and see the video. Okay, so please make sure you do that. The last assignment is to make a Google form quiz with questions from that mini lesson. Okay, so again, we're kind of using the same stuff so you get used to it. Now, Google Forms is a way to do quizzes. I am not saying it's the best way. I'm just saying it is a way. But using the technology where, say, if you wanted someone to watch that and show that they've learned it, you can do that all at the same time. So make sure you look at those step-by-step directions. It's a document for you, so that way you can go through it step by step. Embed your video lesson into the quiz. There should be steps on there how to do that. And then once you've made your questions, and I'd say 3 to 5 questions. Okay. There should be a question where it says, hey, what's the name of the person taking it? And then make sure you have your 3 to 5 questions there. Make sure you embed the video lesson, because if you were to give it to someone, they should be able to watch the video and answer the questions right away like that. Once you do that, go into send in the top right-hand corner of Google Forms. Choose send the URL and then short URL, because usually, they give you a really long one. Make it shorter. And then post that URL into the right submission box. So I should see when you turn it in, your video is in the Google form. I should see your choices. So if I were to watch the video, I should be able to answer the quiz. Again, make sure you pay attention to sharing privileges. If you do run into any issues with that, like I can't see it, I will definitely make sure to contact you. Just make sure you respond to me, okay? Because I want to be able to give you credit for it. Okay, that happens all the time, so I'm not really worried about it. That's part of the learning process that we're going to do. Just remember, all this is due February 12th, but February 12th is the Super Bowl, so I totally get it if you don't get it done by Sunday. If you get it done on Monday, I'm probably still not going to even look at it till Tuesday, because that's my 3-day weekend too, like I explained. I want to make sure to give you that time. Okay, if you get it done ahead of time, great. That's one less thing you have to worry about. But if you do have any questions, feel free to email me at any time, message me through Slack. I will try to respond as quickly as I can, although I can't guarantee like immediate response. But I hope that you guys are having a good rest of your week. You have a wonderful weekend, and maybe I will see you next Thursday on February 9th. I'll post the link for Zoom. In case you have any questions on how to do anything, I am here for you. But otherwise, have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys in class soon.